Hey everyone, Kevin here. Have you ever been skeptical about buying stocks because you're wondering, is the stock market just out to screw you? Well, this weekend I spent this phenomenal Memorial Day weekend analyzing like 10 to 15 different companies' annual income reports and balance sheets, and it's really boring, right? But I found something at a certain company, well, I'm just gonna say it, Redfin, that kind of upsets me a little bit because I feel like it misleads investors. Now, prudent investors should be able to see right through this, but for folks starting out and first reading reports like this, I want to point something like this out because it's something that I feel like all of us should pay attention to, even if we're just thinking about investing in stocks, that these can be some of the shenanigans that happen out in the marketplace. And Redfin was the last company I thought that would pull off a shenanigan like this. And I thought I'd run it by you and see what your opinion is on this. So let me just show it to you and we'll make this a quick one. So this right here is Redfin's press release, their current report, where at the very top, they start off by saying, hey, look at this. Redfin first quarter 2020 revenue up 73%. Yay, revenue is now $191 million. This is so good. In fact, our revenue has increased 73%. We're now at $191 million in revenue. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, all right. That's cool. You know, I've read Redfin's 10K before. You know, I kind of know what's in their annual reports. And one of the things I want to just give you a heads up on is this thing right here. That's called product revenue. So right here, you're gonna see product revenue for the period above, and then the product revenue is basically Redfin's Redfin Now platform, which is where they'll buy houses directly from sellers. It's kind of like being a flipper or wholesaler, where they're trying to give people as-is offers. I personally think that's a ripoff, but hey, that's just my commentary on it. I actually liked the company Redfin and thought about investing more money in the company until I read this, because this to me is a little bogus. So back to their current report here. You read this is good. Algorithms pick up these headlines, and you know what? The Redfin stock skyrocketed over the last few days. In fact, here's Redfin's stock over the last month, and if we just look at this stock over the last month, we'll see it's up 44%. I'm glad I bought a bunch of Redfin at $10, and I bought more Redfin at like $15 and $15.50. That's nice, that's a good return, but then I got to thinking to myself, do I want to keep investing in the company? I read that letter, and I thought, oh, you know, looks like we've got some potential building here. But here's the devil. As is always, the devil hides in the details. Well, what I want to point out to you is on this page right here. Take a look at this. This is super simple. Right here is where we have Redfin's revenue section. And we want to look at this total revenue number here, right? Total revenue is $191 million. It's like they said, it's up from $110 million. That's good. But when we break this down into service and product revenue, we see that, okay, Redfin's service business, that is the business of them selling people houses, like the real estate brokerage side, that had an increase in revenue of 25%. Don't get me wrong, 25% is good, but if I want growth, I could go to Wayfair and Etsy and get myself, 40 to 60% kind of growth in service revenue. But remember, when we go to the front page, it says that their revenue went up 73% year over year, up to $191 million. So where did that revenue boost come from? Well, take a look at this. It came from the product line. The product line is right here, where you could see that their revenue dramatically increased almost 4 times to $79 million. Okay, I mean, that's great. That's a lot of revenue. $79 million, I love it. That is a great boost, up from 21 million. But wait a minute. The $79 million is potentially representative, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I don't think I am, of properties that they're selling, that they're buying and selling. And in fact, if we go here to cost of revenue, we actually see that the cost of their product revenue, that is the cost of them making $79.5 million, the cost of that, what they had to pay to be able to make that money, was actually $79.7 million. In other words, they lost money flipping houses or buying and selling houses, but they're saying their revenue is up whatever, 73 some odd percent, all the way up to $191 million, advertising it like the company's growing like crazy. And here we go, as the Redfin growth company, we're up 73%. When in reality, all they're doing is doing basically the same thing I could do with you, which is I could say to you, hey, looks like you got a flower business and you made $20,000 last year with your flower side hustle business. What if I give you $20,000 and you give me $21,000 back? And then let's say that your revenue doubled. You know what? It more than doubled for the year. Good for you. But you actually lost money on that trade. Like that to me just feels really deceptive. And these are the kind of headlines that get people investing in stocks who don't look in these actual earnings reports, and it's not fair to beginners in the stock market. This is the reason why people are jaded about the stock market. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm reading this correctly, because the only product that I could see that Redfin has is real estate, which means they're buying a house for, let's say, $500,000, and then they're gonna go sell it for, I don't know, $500,000. Maybe they're gonna sell it for $550,000, but they got all those selling costs, right? So they end up losing money. They end up getting $495,000, and then they're recognizing that $495,000 as revenue. Look at all the revenue we're making. Wow, we're making so much more money. No, you just moved into the business of buying and selling houses yourself. So rather than just taking commissions as revenue, now you're taking the whole sales proceeds as revenue, even though you're losing money, and telling everybody that all of a sudden your business is blowing up. You guys are booming. This is the best business to invest in. It seems disingenuous to me. I don't know about you. Let me know what you think. I think it's a ripoff. I'm gonna go log into my Webull now and sell these shares of Redfin because I'm pissed and I don't like it when companies do this kind of stuff. Maybe I'm just being emotional, so maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I'll think about it some more. I don't know. You tell me, but I will encourage you to get 2 free stocks with Webull. Deposit $100 with Webull, get 2 free stocks. Of course, get your life insurance in the link down below. And folks, we will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.